Hi, this is a follow-up lesson on the Pythagorean theorem to show you what to do if you have decimal sides to a triangle. Alright, so let's take a look at our triangle over here, number one. Okay, notice that the sides are decimal sides. Um, this is 6.7, this is 9.3. Basically, you treat it the same way. Okay, you still use the Pythagorean theorem. You use a squared plus b squared equals c squared, where A and B are the legs and C is the hypotenuse. So the first thing you should always do when you start with the Pythagorean theorem is find this guy. Find your hypotenuse. And hypotenuse is always opposite your right angle. So there is my hypotenuse at 9.3. So I'm going to replace C with 9.3 and square it. Okay, A I can replace with 6.7 if I want, or I can replace it with X. I'm going to replace it with X. I'll square it. B now I have to replace with 6.7. And I square it. So Pythagorean theorem in a nutshell tells me this, that x squared plus 6.7 squared, which is a leg, is going to equal 9.3 squared. So I use good old algebra 1 to help me solve this equation. I want to get x all by itself, so I start whittling away stuff over here. And the first thing you should always do though when you have an equation is simplify. So I have x squared plus 6.7 squared. Hey, let's use our calculator. Or you can also use your brain, which I know you guys are very capable of. So let's try this though. We'll put in 6.7 and we'll square it. So, hey, if you got stuff up here and you want to get rid of it, just go to Control, Menu, and Clear History 1. That'll get rid of anything that's on here. Alright, so let's take 6.7 and square it. So we just put in the number 6.7. And down here is the square button. Just push that. Or over here you can also, it's called the cap button. You can do that and put a 2 in where the exponent goes. Okay, then just hit enter. And you get 44.89. So you just write it down, 44.89. Alright. Equals, now, I'm going to do the other one. I'm going to do it in my head. I'm going to use my brain, okay, and paper. Remember it's squared, so it just means 9.3 times 9.3. Okay, so notice I have I have a decimal here and a decimal here. So I'm going to take this out to two decimal places. Okay, so I just take 3 times 3 gives me 9. 3 times 9 is 27. Okay, 9 times 3. Now I got to put a 0 here as a placeholder. 9 times 3 is going to equal 27. Carry the 2. 9 times 9 is 81 plus 2 gives you 83. Okay, add them up. 9 plus 0 is 9. 7 plus 7 is 14. Carry the 1. 1 plus 2 is 3. 3 plus 3 is 6. And I just have 86. Okay, so it's not 88,649. Remember, I got a decimal place here, a decimal place here. So I have two decimal places. So it's going to be 86.49. Alright. So now I want to get x by itself. That's my goal. So I'm adding this number, and it is a positive number. So I subtract the same number from this side to make it equal 0 so that I can get x squared all by itself. Well, remember, if you take away 44.89 from this side, you have to come over here and do the same thing. You gotta subtract it. Alright, so just want to show you this on your calculator so that you know how to do subtraction on your calculator. Notice the first number is 86.49 minus 44.89. So you would put 86.49 in your calculator first. And then you would subtract to 44.89. Hit enter, and you get 41.6. So it's 41.6. Alright. Now I have x squared is equal to 41.6, but x isn't by itself. Again, we have to take the square root to get rid of the square. Square root on this side to keep the equation balanced. The result over here is x. The result over here is, on my calculator, I take Control x squared gives me my square root symbol. You can see it right above there. And you put in 41.6. And you hit enter. And you get an approximate answer, okay, of 6.44981. And we want to round to the nearest tenth. That's what they tell us to do. Right up here, they tell us round to the nearest tenth. You find the 10th spot right there. Look to the right. It's not 5 or above, so it stays. If it's 5 or above, it goes up. So, okay, so we want to write approximately equal to 6.4. So x is approximately 6.4. And if they gave us units, we should write the units down. They did, so we should write the units down. So x is approximately equal to 6.4. MI stands for miles. You're right. And that's how you do decimals, okay, if you're finding the missing leg. Okay, let's do another one on finding the hypotenuse. So let me clear this off. Okay. And here's one where you have to find the missing leg, find the missing leg, find the missing leg, find the hypotenuse. So let's find the hypotenuse here. Okay, notice I said this was hypotenuse. Why did I know that? Because it's opposite my right angle, and I don't know it, so I want to find it. So my two legs are 11.4 and 15. So I take 11.4, square it, plus 15 squared equals x squared. Now, these numbers are both on the same side. Remember, simplify your equation. 11.4 squared. Okay, I'm going to do it on the calculator for sake of time. Okay, you should exercise your brain and do these every once in a while. So 11.4 squared, hit enter, and you get 129.96. And then 15 squared, everybody should know that, but if you don't, okay, don't be ashamed. Okay, put it in your calculator. 15 squared should equal 225. Add them up. Now, let me show you something cool on your calculator. If you got this type. Okay, if I want to add these two numbers, I have them right here on my calculator. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move up until I get to the first one. Hit enter, and it's there on the line. I'm going to add here, and I'm going to go back up and get the 225 by going like this, hitting enter, and then I have the two numbers added together that are right over here. I don't have to do a lot of work. Hit enter, and I get 354.96. So I'm going to write that down. These two added together are 354.96 equals x squared. Now I got to get rid of the square. So yes, you're right. You do take the square root. And yes, you're right. You do want to keep the other side balanced. You want to keep your equation balanced, so you do it the other side. And again, you're getting pretty good at this, okay? Come over here and you go control, square root. And you put the number 354.96 in your calculator, hit enter, and now you have your answer. So x I'll write x over here just because I feel like it. X is approximately equal to 18.8404. Okay, round to the nearest tenth. There's your tenth spot. So you're going to say x is approximately equal to 18 point. Now, do you round up or do you leave it? Yes, you're right. You'll leave it because this is 4 and below. So you leave it. So it's 18.8. Now let's find out what our units should be. Oh, our units should be feet. So you write feet afterwards to give it context. All right. Now you need to do the rest of them. Okay, 1 through 4, or the missing legs. Okay, this one, 5, 6, 7, and 8 all deal with the missing hypotenuse. Okay, so once you do those, okay, bring them in tomorrow, and I'll check them for you.